You know, it's been said that you can't judge another person until you walk a mile in their shoes. And that's always been a very wise saying. I've always understood the wisdom of it. The funny thing about that is that these days, according to Hollywood, that's no longer the case. You should not attempt to wear the shoes of somebody who doesn't look like you, believe what you believe, someone who doesn't have sex the way that you have sex. It's just funny because now it seems that the more they push for diversity and inclusion, it seems like we're getting less we're getting less tolerable of one another. Like we're not understanding each other. I've always said I believe that social media has in fact made us even more antisocial. And it's even more ironic when you consider that we're living in the age of social distancing. Most people have never felt more distant from their fellow human being than they feel today. Now, I saw this article here because fresh off of the success of Spider-Man No Way Home, we have an article here by one Mr. Andrew Garfield. You know, Andrew Garfield is enjoying a surge in popularity and appreciation since that movie. I mean, he's always been a gifted actor, but even more so now. So, Andrew Garfield has some opinions about what type of roles we should be allowed, or actors should be allowed to have the right to play, and should we limit those roles based on specific identity. So let's see what Andrew Garfield has to say about this, shall we? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. And of course, this is on theweek.com. All right, so I want to share this with you. The headline goes a little something like this. Hit it! Andrew Garfield says straight actors playing gay characters help foster emphatic or empathic imagination. Okay, give me some time, guys. All right, let the education seep back in, okay? It's like my brain is cold by the end of a workday. So, empathic imagination. Andrew Garfield says straight characters or straight actors playing gay characters helps to foster empathic imagination. Okay, forbidding straight actors from playing gay characters would mean the death of empathic imagination, the amazing Spider-Man and Tick Tick Boom actor Andrew Garfield said in an interview with The Telegraph published on Monday. As part of the profile, Garfield was asked about his performance in a 2017 stage production of Angels in America, in which he played Prior Walter, a prophetic gay AIDS patient. Now, there's a meaty role if ever I heard. A prophetic gay AIDS patient. And about whether he believes straight actors should portray gay characters. And he says, I think it's two different conversations getting conflated, said Garfield. One is about equality of opportunity, and I'm completely in on that because we should want a world in which no matter what your sexual orientation, your color, or your heritage, everyone gets a fair whack. And this is the point that I was trying to make about black, white, diverse voice actors. Like they're trying to put like some type of limit on who can voice what character based on what they are in real life. Like in The Simpsons, when Hank Azaria is voicing Apu, I think it is, right? The guy from the Quickie Mart. People gave him all types of shit about that. He's been voicing that character for what, like over 20 years? You know what I mean? And he's been voicing it good. It's not like he was voicing him as some type of, mockery or something like that, But he had to step down from it because some obscure comedian or something like that said that he should feel guilty about it. But, when you do that, especially like if you're a black or even in that case, an Indian actor or voice actor, you realize that you're limiting the amount of roles you're going to get, right? So ultimately, that goes against what you're trying to do because I don't see anybody creating more Indian characters or more black characters to fill that need. Of all of the black character actors that are out there, I think it should be a matter of the characterization that you're doing, with your voice, how you inflect. That to me is more, what it is. I mean, some of your favorite characters out there, like people pointed out, Bart Simpson was voiced by a woman. Bugs Bunny wasn't voiced by a rabbit. Go figure. He was voiced expertly by Mel Blanc. All right, so it says here, but the other is about emphatic imagination. Empathic imagination. I'm just not going to get that right. And if we only allow people to be cast as exactly who they are, it'll be the death of it. So the two separate conversations have to happen simultaneously. Because I'm not willing to support the death of empathic imagination, got it, Mom! I am smart, Mom. You were right. Empathic imagination is what we need most as a culture, and it's beautiful. It's the only thing that's going to save us right now. Okay, so basically what he's saying is that by taking on these roles, like if you're straight and you're playing somebody gay, it's going to help you as a human being, and it challenges us, I guess, as viewers in the audience to identify, more with what we're seeing, because it could be anybody depending on what you're watching. Like I remember, what was it? An old movie called A Time to Kill, I believe it was, with Matthew McConaughey and Samuel L. Jackson. And in the movie, Samuel L. Jackson's young daughter, gets like beat up and assaulted by some white guys, right? So Samuel L. Jackson goes and kills them, and it's a courtroom drama, So in the end, Matthew McConaughey's character challenges the jury by saying, picture all the things that happened to Samuel L. Jackson's daughter. Picture all of the inhumane brutality and cruelty that little girl went through. And then close your eyes and picture it. Picture it as a white girl. And everybody started crying, And I think in the movie that was supposed to have turned the tide. But I think that it's a cynical view of humanity. Are there some people who are out there who are like that, who can only, identify with something, or, they can feel something. They have to see it look like them and be like them in order for them to feel it. Yeah, there are people like that, I'm sure, but to assume that that's the condition of humanity, I'm not willing to buy into that concept. I think human beings have the capacity, the overwhelming capacity, to see a violation of somebody else's human rights, regardless of their race, sex, gender, and things like that. You know what I mean? So what Hollywood is trying to make us believe is that, yeah, I can only relate to something or someone or a hero if they look like me. We see that over and over and over again. We see that with the new Lord of the Rings series. You have all of these shills who are out there saying, oh my God, it's so wonderful to see somebody who looks like me. They sound like me, and they dress like me. You know what I mean? They smell like me. This is what they would have us to believe is what it is. But what Andrew Garfield is saying is that where's your empathy? Where's your empathic? Here, am I going to get it right? Where's your empathic imagination? Empathic imagination. Guys, bear with me. I know I'm going to get run over in the comment section. Empathic imagination. They need to make a song about that. It sounds like a song that could have been out in the 80s. Empathic imagination. Something like that, But anyway, empathic imagination is what he's talking about. And I can agree with that. Now, if it is a specific character that was adapted, from a literary work or something like that, and that's the way that character is to be portrayed, well, that's how we get in trouble, by trying to gender and race swap characters that are already established as a specific gender or race, or sex. So we get in trouble that way. So I would say that the challenge, assuming that we really are not creatively bankrupt, is to actually create characters. That's probably why they're called characters. You create characters, and what do characters have? Characteristics. And then when you're screenwriting, then you open up your casting call to whoever brings the most to that character. If it's not race specific, well, then have at it. That's the way we should go forward, unless the role actually calls for a specific race or a specific gender or nationality or something like that. That's different. But definitely open it up. There are plenty of talented actors out there who love to get into the meaty roles, the comedic roles, all of those things. You don't have to, going forward, specifically create a character that is going to be a specific race, unless that's just what it calls for. Like I said before, if it does, that's different. All right. But yeah, maybe writers today should be challenging themselves, and, casting people should be challenging themselves to actually going forward, create and establish and pump up new characters that can be open, to whoever brings the most to that specific character. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to highlight that because I think that Andrew Garfield is onto something. I agree with him. I agree with Sir Ian McKellen. I agree with George Takei. They all said the same things. Let the actors act. And I think this is another case of just that. All right, guys, so you can get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this. Is this something that, you believe Andrew Garfield is right? Do you believe that having a straight character play gay, or gay play straight, or a sick person playing a non-sick person, or a non-sick person playing a sick person, do you believe that that helps us in developing our empathic imagination? Ha ha! Get in the comment section and let me know. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe, and guys, catch me if you're watching this on March 21st. All right, then catch me on March 23rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be hosting the Dark Council on my channel with Abu Nas, Drunk 3PO, Lord Callis, Fatal J, Demogeni, producer extraordinaire Lorena Creole. Stop by, party with us. We're going to be getting it in. So come check us out on this channel this Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.